my first guest ever on a Mornings with McKK episode. Cheers!
Cheers!
Good morning, welcome back to a Mornings with McKK episode. I'm McKK and this is Yon!
Hi!
If you are unfamiliar or a new subscriber, Yon and I have been YouTube friends for 4 years, and then we first met 2 years ago. It's our second time here in Minnesota, but our third time like visiting each other. If you've never seen a Mornings with McKK episode, basically it's where I join you from my bed on a Monday morning with no makeup on, PJs from last night, a cup of coffee or tea. This morning we are drinking coffee for sure.
Yeah.
And we just talk. It's a real casual, authentic conversation, and it's kind of stripped of any lighting or special like editing. It's just really like real.
Yeah, I do want to say like a disclaimer that I'm not wearing makeup. I am wearing makeup. I need to move my camera for a second.
Oh yeah, she's also making a montage. Definitely check out her channel and subscribe to her videos to see more collabs of us. Also, after we film my Mornings with McKK episode this morning, we are going to record her podcast episode, so definitely check out Hello 20s on any podcast streaming site because it's really, really great. And if you're in your 20s, or even if you're not, it's just really great to listen to. Yeah. Well, basically for her podcast, it's kind of talking about my post-grad life and interviewing me. I'm going to insert some clips of that right now so you can check it out.
Welcome to the podcast, Makayla.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Who was the last person you texted and what was the text?
It's to someone that I met at a bar.
Yeah, and then we were just like casually like waiting with the security guard.
Like it was very obvious that we were just like trapped. Like he knew we got caught because we were by the security guard, so we weren't allowed to be there.
Is she like dropping out of college? Like, so how did, like, that obviously doesn't happen overnight.
No, not at all. That feeling was festering inside for over a year. Oh, side note, I was also really in love with this boy I met on Tinder at the time. We made out. That was like the furthest it had gone. And I was like, he's the one. So he was in Minnesota too. And I came home and we hung out and it didn't really go well. Definitely go watch the whole thing to see what else we say. But since her podcast was asking me all those questions, today we are going to interview Yon and talk about her just life as a creator living in the DC area and what is up with her. So why don't we start with just kind of like a summary of who you are, and why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Yon. Online you can find me at Yon, Y-U-A-N, and then just Q. I made videos in middle school, like doing covers and stuff. Recently it's just been like travel vlogs and just like memory stuff. And then I started my podcast at the end of 2018 because I've been really into podcasts. Right now I want to just like focus on podcasts and Instagram.
You've been doing YouTube for such a long time. Now you're taking almost like a break to focus on different types of media, like podcasting.
Yeah.
How do you continue to stay creative?
I think like one thing is having friends who are like encouraging, but also just like meeting people who are also content creators. With us, we live like far from each other.
Yeah.
You know, you take it seriously. You know, there's some people who just like are on and off. Watching you grow is kind of like encouraging to me, but also like I see like where you started. You're also very open about like helping people with their social media, you know, with growing and stuff. So I like really like people who are genuine, right? And I like people who are like authentic and themselves.
Right.
And so I feel like with social media, some people are just, they want to be friends with you just because you have a following, or like they ask you to like subscribe to subscribe, or like, oh, let's support each other, but like you can support each other with
a shout out.
Like you can support each other just by being friends, you know, you don't have to ask for that shout out.
And that's when you know it's real too, because if you are friends, you'll get the shout out, but it's not going to be like, oh my god, I love your channel and please shout me out. It's going to be like you created a relationship, so it comes organically.
Some people on social media, they want to grow, but they won't like share how they grow. Like you ask them for advice and they give you like something very generic, you know, it's like kind of BS. Everyone grows differently, and then like asking them how they grew, like they're like, someone can like I don't know how to explain this.
You're looking for like a real answer, and instead they're just refuting, oh, just work hard.
Like they don't want to give them their secret, which is like okay, I guess, but like,
but I don't consider it a secret.
Yeah. It's like, why aren't you like helping other people grow?
Because that's what you would have wanted. Like other people helped you grow, like your subscribers and your supporters, so how come you can't give like the same support to someone else?
It's kind of like a candle loses nothing when it lights another candle.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah, right? So it's like, why can't you like support each other instead of like hiding it so like no one knows your secret?
I do agree, and I see a lot of that on social media, just meeting other creators and stuff. It's out there, but I'm glad that you found me genuine and real. And
of course.
Was I who you expected me to be in person after watching my videos, or did you think that I was different in real life?
Okay, so
this is the tea.
when I got to know you, I was like, oh, I really like this person, because like I found you through college videos and I was going into college. I found you because you made a video about expectations and reality.
Yeah, and that was my first video I ever posted as a YouTuber too, which I find so crazy. Start your channel, you never know what's going to happen, because that was my first video and it led to this.
Yeah, and so I watched that video, I commented, and then I think you like kind of stalked my like channel, because like I've seen like a few comments from you afterwards, and I was like, oh, this girl's like really nice, she's like into my videos, let me just like watch a little bit more of her videos.
And that's something like as a small creator that I recommend doing, because you want to support other people. So when she commented, even now at my channel size, like I still go to people's channels to see their content, and if I like it I will subscribe back and I'll return the favor of like commenting and supporting them. It's just like something nice to do.
But don't do it because of like numbers, like
and
do
don't
it
do it
genuinely.
like spam where it's obvious that you just kind of like copied and pasted the same comment.
Love it.
Yeah, like 2 seconds into the video.
Yeah. So like we both ended up liking each other's like content, and then so we created this like relationship. We like follow each other on social media.
Somehow we got each other's phone numbers.
Oh yeah, I was very hesitant about that too. That relationship started developing, and then I don't know, like how did I ended up here during the summer?
How did I get here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had each other's numbers, we FaceTimed, so somehow we got to the point of, you should come visit me, like, fly out to meet some person that you met on the internet and stay with her.
It was also the very first time that I flew alone by myself.
Like, what a great life memory, like, young adult memory to have, like, your first time flying by yourself was to meet a YouTuber.
Yeah, right?
To go back a little bit, I just wanted to add that when I went to her channel, the first video I watched of yours was your high school graduation reflection video.
Oh my God.
And it was so well done in my opinion, and I really liked how you captured that moment. I wish I had something to look back on the way that you had from high school. I felt a very emotional like attachment to it.
Aww.
And I can still vividly like remember that video.
Me too.
With all that being said, am I everything that you thought I would be based on my videos?
Yeah, actually, we were talking about this. I remember when I first met you. I
like just got off the plane.
The first two places we go to is Starbucks and Target.
Exclusive in Minnesota, I know.
I literally told you at Starbucks, I was like, wow, Makayla, we're the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like literally the same in person and in video.
That means a lot to hear, because like you said, like I try to be really genuine online, and a lot of people can come off fake or have a persona. So to be able to be honest and try to stay true to myself and be seen that way by someone that has never met me, it's the coolest concept to me.
Yeah, but you're still like the same person. You don't do like a 180 like switch when the camera's off, you know?
Right.
Sometimes you can tell like if you meet someone online and then you like meet them in person, it's like, oh, they're a little bit different than you. I feel like you have more experience with that than I do, because I don't really meet a lot of like online creators that much.
At VidCon a few years ago, someone that I knew was starting to like peak a little bit with their channel. Video was doing really well, and we were all super supportive, you know, because we were really happy for this person. We met this other girl there who we started talking to, and the girl like looked at this friend of ours and was like, you look kind of familiar. Our friend was like, ooh, maybe you've seen one of my videos. It has 1 million views right now. And it was one of those moments where it's like, oh, like I really like wish you didn't say that, because you were almost so true and nice.
Humble.
Humble, exactly. And then you said that and it just kind of, it hurt on the inside a little. And she hadn't seen one of her videos, just gonna clarify that. It was not that.
So I studied communication, PR, and like media in college. I feel like we talked about this too. A lot of like colleges and professors, they have like a negative aspect, like they show you more of the negative side of media.
Okay, so you're in school right now. And how many semesters do you have left?
1 semester left of undergrad.
Woo!
But I'm not going to grad school.
No.
Not yet. Not yet.
It's too much for me.
It's too soon. But also, like I said, I like majored in communication, PR, and film and studies. A lot of what I want to do has to do with media. I don't think I can work for myself, but I also need that like team aspect. And that's why like I want to have like a career outside of like social media too.
I feel like I sort of have that going right now because I do work outside of social media at a restaurant, and I feel a very tight-knit community and almost like a family aspect when I work. So I definitely feel like we're a family at the restaurant, and they provide that structure, that working for somebody besides myself, people holding me accountable, and then I also work with customers, so I definitely get like my people fix in. But I also really like coming home and working on social media. I can do it from bed, I can do it at 2 a.m. in the morning, I can do it like at night. It's just really flexible. I definitely thrive off of being my own boss, and I really like that balance right now, but I do know that eventually I do want to become self-employed.
I think with you, like the difference between us is that you want to do this like internet thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, you're like going for it. But I think for me right now, I want to work for like a firm.
She's corporate, professional, business lady.
I feel like it's a very East Coast thing too.
That could be too.
But I also like want to do my own thing on the side. So I think like finding the balance is gonna be a struggle for me.
Yeah, and she's very creative too.
Aww.
You take photos for people at your college, right? You've got kind of like a photography business going on.
It's just a side hustle.
But she's good at it, and she takes good pictures of like graduation.
Yeah,
and
it's mostly like graduation pictures. I do it a lot for like my sisters, like my sorority sisters. What I like about working with like the chapter is that you get other people's input, their creativity, like kind of,
and it helps fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about the balance, guys.
I stayed at home because like we have a university. It's like a pretty good university, and so I decided to go to that university, and a lot of my friends like went out of like the county. They were like 2-3 hours away or out of state. I just stayed at home, so it's like nothing really has changed besides going to college. All my friends were like going to all these parties and stuff, and like living in their dorms, experiencing that,
like the more traditional route.
Yeah, and I didn't, so I kind of felt like, oh, like am I missing out and stuff? But then I started becoming more involved and finding the right people, and like I thrived.
Yeah, like you don't have to follow that path of living in a dorm and doing all that to thrive or to enjoy college, because I kind of believed you had to do that, because based off of movies and friends that I had, I followed that path. I stayed in a dorm, I went out of state, and I hated it, and it was awful, and there I was thinking that I was doing everything right, and it wasn't for me. So like I went home, I did the same thing, I commuted, I had more balance in my life, and I definitely thrived more doing that and following my own path rather than feeling like I had to do what was set out for me. On that, I think we should end this episode because it's getting quite long, so thank you so much for watching towards the end. Yeah, it goes by really fast, and then I look at the timestamp, or when I edit, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 40 minutes of us talking. Listen to her podcast and go check out her channel and subscribe. But thanks so much for being here, not only like on my channel in this video, but like in Minnesota. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
It happened so fast too. Like I feel like it was 2 weeks ago maybe. She was like, hey, what if I just like visited you this winter break?
No, it's because like I had nothing to do. I looked up ticket prices and it wasn't that expensive, so I was like, why not?
And look at us now. So thanks so much. Definitely leave a like because it does help, and subscribe. We really are like one big family with lots of love to go around. It's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. With all that being said, I hope you have a wonderful start to your week this Monday morning, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!